Hello, it's Sarah from Hooked on High Vibes. Welcome back to High Vibe TV. Today I am going to be talking about connecting with our soul, to our inner power, to our intuition. There's many different names for it, but I like to use soul as usually the word that I use, but we can also describe it as your inner power because I think that's where you can tune into something that will change your life forever, which has all the wisdom that you need, has all of your unique gifts, has your true happiness. I believe that gap that we are trying to fill as human beings with outer things can be filled from when we connect to our heart and our soul, and leave kind of our mind out of the picture. Obviously, we need our mind, but it's about connecting to that soul voice. And what I do with a lot of people is get them to a place where they can actually hear that voice, because we can become so disconnected that we have no idea what it even sounds like to, or feels like to be connected to our soul. And a lot of people are confused with where they should be going in life and what they should be doing and what even makes them happy. When we follow our mind and logical things, and if we've been doing things our whole life that are for other people, we can become so disconnected from ourselves that getting back to ourselves, we just don't know where to start. So this is what I wanted to do a video on, is how to start connecting back to yourself, so you can start trusting yourself again, start feeling true joy, true happiness, and get back to yourself so that you actually know what really lights you up and what your purpose is and what you're here to do and what makes you feel just lit up from the inside, ignited and enjoying life, so that you can get up every day and really feel like you have a purpose. And it's not even just about having a purpose, it's feeling like you belong here in your body, in this life, that you're here for a reason. And I want to connect people to that feeling. So if that sounds good and you want to know more, then carry on watching. So the first thing I'm going to say is stillness. Now, this is the reason why most people are disconnected from their self, because the modern world and technology is so fast paced. We're always being brought out of ourselves. So for social media, I love social media. It's a brilliant tool for connecting with other people and meeting people that you wouldn't have had the chance to. But we are constantly, it's very fast paced. Like if you look at Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, things are being updated all the time. All this information is going in all the time. Our minds are being busy, we're being stimulated. And it's the same with a job. You get up in the morning, you've got to be there by 9, for instance, and you work till 5, and then you're home and you make your dinner, and it's just kind of like this structure, routine. You've got the kids to look after, or you've got studying to do, or your mind is running a million miles an hour. And we've been taught to always be busy. If we're not busy, then we're lazy. If we're not doing something, then we're not being productive. We've been conditioned to feel like we have to be constantly on the go, constantly. And the sad thing about this is it disconnects us from ourselves. It disconnects us from our voice. We won't even hear that voice if we don't get still. So this is why I like meditation. Some people do it for relaxation, which is brilliant, because you start to feel comfortable in that space of stillness, because when you first start to do it, it will feel uncomfortable because you're not used to doing it. Your mind will be telling you that you've got so much more to do, that it's more important than sitting, but that's an illusion and it's not true. the most important thing you can do is sit in the stillness at least once a day, because in that stillness you're going to connect to a voice inside of you, and the more you do it, the more you'll hear it. And I'm not saying it's like a voice that whispers in your ear. It'll be different for everyone. It can be a feeling, it can be just a word in your head, but these things are your soul, it's your essence speaking to you. When we come out of here, then we can hear it. So, stillness, that's the first thing that I would say practice doing. So, and you don't have to, when you meditate, a lot of people think they have to clear all their thoughts out of their mind, but that's not true. It's very, very, very hard to do, and those thoughts are there for a reason. But what meditation is not attaching to those thoughts. So you just let them come in and you let them go. So you're not resisting them, you're not resisting thinking, but you are sitting in that space where you just practice not attaching to them. And then this also helps in daily life, us not attaching to thoughts that come up which make us react and things like that. So that's why meditation also helps to relax us and give us a new perspective on things. But we're looking at meditation here for getting still, stillness. And also another good one is to sit with a journal and sit in that stillness and then just write whatever comes up. Is a really good way of connecting to yourself as well. And then one of my favourite things, and I think this is why people love being outside, and it can be in the woods, it can be at the beach, because these places in nature is where we experience our soul the most. We experience stillness and relaxation, and we get that chance to come and breathe and feel. That feeling when we're in nature is our soul is happy. It's telling you it's happy. And that's the connection that you want. And the more you have that, the more you'll get that in your daily life, and the more your soul will tell you what makes you happy and what doesn't. And you will get directions. I always say the soul is our compass. And you can see this as joy is your compass. Desire is your compass. Something that lights you up and gets you excited and motivated and inspired, that's coming from your soul, and you need to follow that. So that's the difference between following something that is logical and following your heart and soul. Your heart and soul are very connected. I believe that whatever speaks from your soul makes your heart happy, so they're connected together, and that's the way that you know when you're on the right path. So stillness, being out in nature, journaling, and whenever you can, just practicing sitting with yourself. And as you do this, one of my favourite things, when you get really clear on what makes you happy, write it down. Write a list of all the things that light you up, the things that you know just make you feel so in your body, present, happy, where things just melt away, where your mind and all the logical thoughts and worries just disappear. When you find something that really lights you up, write it down. And I call this a soul spark list. So you just write it all on your soul spark list, and list all the things that spark your soul and light you up and you shine within. And once you have this list of all the things that light you up, keep it somewhere. I've got one on my phone, I've got one in my journal, and sometimes I add to it. And whenever I find something that really feels really good to me, I write it on there. And what I've been doing lately is practicing doing at least one thing of those a day. So this way we are connecting with our soul and honouring our happiness every day. And once you get into this habit, I promise you, you will experience so much more happiness in your life. You will be so more at peace. You will experience so much more joy. And yes, it will just be life-changing once you get clear, connect to your soul, connect to your desires and joy, write them down, get in the stillness, get in nature, and then your challenge is to do at least one thing off your soul spark list every day for the rest of your life. And I promise you, you will just start to feel like you are truly living, because I think that's the thing. We can follow someone else's rules, follow someone else's beliefs, society's stuff, and that's when we come to this place where we don't feel alive anymore because we're not living for ourselves. So this is basically the ways that you can connect to yourself and start really feeling alive and like you are living your life. So I hope you found this helpful and inspirational and motivational, and I hope that you share your experience with it with me. And you can comment below if you want to know more, subscribe. I record videos usually every week. Sending you lots of love, and yeah, start exploring your soul and let me know how you go. Bye.